Obviously, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have every advantage in this game, Perk.
You think? The activity defensively, getting out in transition. Stephen A., you called for Jalen Williams. J-Dub is in the building.
Big Perk, you said they needed Triple J in the first half. They definitely going to need him in the second half.
I'm going to be kind and say nothing.
A city, although honestly, Stephen A., this is blowout city more like it.
It's an annihilation. I mean, it's one of those things where Tim Legler said it best on the broadcast. It's just a matter of pride now, showing that, you know, you still care, whatever, on this particular afternoon, because OKC is doing whatever it wants. Got them under lock and key, scoring at will. This is just one of them bad things.
Oklahoma City is led by as many as 35. At one point, they went on a 20-0 run without Shai Thunder on the floor, and this is what the Grizzlies' top players are doing here. I know you were calling for more from Jaren Jackson Jr. in this one, UD.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. If they hope to make this a series, he has to be amazing and ultra-aggressive offensively. And what I don't like is, right now, we have a smaller defender in Alex Caruso. I understand they bring the green over, but get 2 feet in the paint and create an advantage so somebody can get a wide-open shot. I think he wasn't aggressive enough. Right now, I know Jalen has guarded the post right now, but that can't be a turnover for Jaren Jackson Jr. He has got to get in that paint. He has got to create some kind of advantage with those smaller defenders. That will help his other guys get going.
I just don't know. Listen, you know better than me, but my issue is you've got him having the ball 25, 30 feet away from the basket. So I'm like, why is he getting the ball in that situation? Jaren Jackson Jr. is not a ball handler per se. He can handle it a little bit, but to have him dribbling against Alex Caruso 20 feet away from the basket, I don't think that's all on him. I think that's coaching.
Anything can happen in the second half of a game, but this feels as close to pack it up as you can call it.
The problem is that the only issue I have with you two, my good brothers, is y'all figuring out all the issues what's going on with the Memphis Grizzlies. The issue is Oklahoma City, how dangerous they are. That's the problem. That is the problem. This is a statement, not just to the Memphis Grizzlies, but to the rest of the Western Conference, the non-believers. The guys like Draymond Green who say they play too. They ain't playing tonight. They ain't playing right now. They standing on business defensively. This is a team that is going to the Western Conference Finals. This is how you come out on game one and make a damn statement at the crib to show that we got the personnel to match up with anybody, and we don't care about offense. Right now, SGA is 2 for 10 from the field. They up 30. Not 30. They up 30. He's 2 for 10 from the field solely because they're going to get deflections. They're going to be tied together. They're going to X out. They're going to protect the paint. They're going to do all the things that they need to do defensively. Defense win championships.
I don't know why you got a problem with us. We said it during the pregame show. We've been saying it all week. We've been saying it all month. You've been saying it all year.
Say it again.
So why?
I'll tell you one thing. Up in the West, the Grizzlies and Thunder, Magic and Celtics follow that. And then Heat, Cavs, Warriors, Rockets tonight. Chris Walker jumps in now to break down these series as they get started today. And Zach Simony has his best bets for these games. All right, gentlemen. Chris, I just have an opening thought here on the Thunder. They've been the best team all year. They have the best record. They're playing at home. And they get a 1 o'clock game on Sunday? No love for OKC?
Chris, this is not the NCAA tournament, man. Come on now. You got to be kidding me. This is about prime time, and you're forgetting there's a special holiday today. It's Easter. So you got people are getting out of church. They're running straight to the NBA, and they're watching games this year. I'll tell you this about the Thunder. First of all, I'm still kind of healing from that Laker loss last night. So you forgive me if I'm not so spry this morning, but I'll tell you this about the OKC, and I'm interested to hear what Zach says. Like, at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to this for the OKC Thunder. Can they win in the playoffs? A lot of people talk about the ratings in the NBA and talk about does the regular season even matter? This is a testament right here. Last year, they lost to Luka and the Mavericks. This year, here they are again. Another quest to prove, A, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the league, and B, can they get it done in the playoffs? This will be a testament. I think they'll be fine in this series. But the question is moving on versus the Lakers possibly, even though they lost to Minnesota, versus possibly the Nuggets. Can they take that next step as a franchise?
What's your biggest concern, Chris, with the Thunder's ability to take that next step?
But my biggest concern is the youth and just not having done it before. As I mentioned before, you talk about beating the Lakers in a 7-game series with Luka, who beat them last year, and LeBron James as the number 2 guy. I can't believe I just said that. And the other thing is Jokic. And the only thing about the Nuggets that's concerned is Mike Malone's not coaching them anymore. I believe those are the 2 biggest concerns for those guys moving on and getting a chance to play and represent, shall I say, the Western Conference in the finals.
All right, Zach, it's a double-digit number in the Thunder's favor. Probably no surprise there, taking on the Grizzlies. Ja banged up here a little bit and at home for OKC. What's your play?
Yeah, there's been a history here with play-in winners in the Western Conference having success in Game 1 of the first-round series. I'm going to grab the points here with the Memphis Grizzlies plus 13.5. We actually have this scenario from last year where the OKC Thunder actually struggled in the first game against the Pelicans, struggled offensively, won just 94-92. And this Memphis Grizzlies team played well in the play-in, outscored the Golden State Warriors by 7 points in the second half, blew out the Dallas Mavericks, and they're not your typical play-in team. Had 48 wins on the year, endured some injuries, just 2 wins away from a 50-win season. I also look at the layoff of OKC. SGA, his last on-court action was on April 8th, 12 days ago. The rest of the starters last played on April 9th. So I think that does have an effect, especially on a big number here of 13.5 points. Give me the Memphis Grizzlies here.
Yeah, I heard Doc Rivers talk about it yesterday when the Bucks lost. Hey, we sat around for a week. Now that we're back into playing mode, maybe things start to go our way a little bit. Okay, so Zach says take those 13.5 when it comes to Memphis. The Magic made it through the play-in and earned a shot at the champions. You know what they say, you got to beat the champs to be the champ. Tim Doyle told me on Friday Orlando will take at least 1 game off Boston. All right, Chris, any chance Orlando has more Magic in them than simply a 5-game series here?
Listen, they're gonna need more than Mickey Mouse and Donald and all those different guys to have a chance against the Boston Celtics. And, you know, just to piggyback on what Zach was saying about the Memphis Grizzlies having a chance in Game 1, they all have a chance early. You saw what happened to the Lakers. And it comes down to winning 7 games, right? It's not the NCAA tournament. It's not a one-and-done thing. The question is, do you have the staying power to beat, as they say, the champions for 7 games? The one thing the Orlando Magic have in their favor, there's an elite defensive team. Also, they're elite from behind the line playing defense in the arc. That's what bodes in their favor. And guess what? They swept the Celtics this year, and they kept the Celtics, I think I want to say, shooting 15 of 73 from the three-point line, which bodes well in their favor. The problem is, this is the playoffs. You got the Celtics with 3 guys that have shot